I had something really good to say, it's gone up my head. Is he in the shot? Winston, out the way. Stay there. Stay. So the Christmas turkey is one of those dishes that divides opinion up and down the country. Often it is too dry. I mean, let's face it, you've all had an experience where you've been tucking into the turkey and it is dry as old boots. But people overcook the turkey because they don't want to poison Nanny Gladys, they don't want to poison Aunt Mavis, so they tend to just stick it in there for another half an hour just to make sure it's done. Now what have I told you that we didn't have to do that we could have perfect juicy turkey every time. Now this is a Thermapen DOT. This is a digital thermometer that has a probe that we put into the turkey, and then when we turn this on, it's going to tell us the temperature of our turkey as it cooks. So you won't have to put the turkey in for an extra half an hour just to make sure. You just put this temperature probe in the turkey and it'll monitor the temperature throughout the cook. You can even set an alarm on there. So we're looking for 70 degrees when it's safe to eat and it's nice and juicy. You set an alarm for 70 degrees and this will start beeping when your turkey is ready. So no more overcooked dry turkey. So it really is that simple. And I also like to use a Thermapen as well. This is a Thermapen One. Just at the end, just to make sure that the probe was in the thickest part of the meat, you just take your Thermapen One and you can probe it all over and get an accurate reading within 1 second. So that is how we're going to cook the perfect juicy turkey. Now let's get some flavour on this one. For this I'm going to keep it nice and simple. So we've got a lovely boned out rolled turkey crown here from Philip Warren Butchers. I always say buy the best turkey you can afford. This is going to be an extra special treat. So this has been boned out for me and it's been tied up nicely. So all I'm going to do with this is we're going to make a turkey rub. Now for the turkey rub, we're going to take a little bowl and we're going to go in with a tablespoon of oregano. We want a tablespoon of rosemary, nice herby flavours, and again we want about a tablespoon of thyme. So in they go. Next we want probably about 2 tablespoons of paprika. We're going to want, I like a little bit of a kick, not too much, so we're going to go in with about a teaspoon, maybe 2 teaspoons of chilli powder into this rub. And we want some garlic powder. Got garlic granules here. I'm going to go in with about 2 tablespoons of garlic. Now we want some salt, so we're going to go in with about a tablespoon of salt. There's a lot of turkey here, so in that goes. And some pepper. We're going to go in with about 2 teaspoons of pepper. And just to round it off, just a touch of sweetness, I'm going to go in with about 2 teaspoons of brown sugar. And that is it, that's our rub, that's the ingredients for our rub. So we're just going to give that a mix up, like so. And the next thing is to get it all over our turkey. Now if you're doing a whole turkey, this will be enough rub for the whole turkey. Like I said, this is a huge crown, and this is we're going to absolutely cover it, the skin, the meat, the lot. So that's the rub made. Now I'm cooking this today in my Kamado Joe Big Joe. I've got it up to temperature. We're going to be cooking it at about 210 degrees Celsius today. With turkey, it's quite lean, so I like to cook it nice and quick, get it up to temperature quicker, and you've got the best chance of crispy skin. So what we're going to do is I'm going to hit this with a bit of spray oil, and then we're going to get the rub all over it, all over the skin, all over the meat. Now if you haven't got spray oil, just melt some butter, brush that over it and get your rub on. So let's crack on, get the rub on, and introduce it to some smoke. I've got a touch of cherry smoke in there, so let's do this. No turkey Christmas dinner is complete without the roast potatoes, so we're going to make some lovely beef fat roast potatoes. You can use goose fat, you can use oil, use whatever you've got to hand or whatever you fancy. Now potatoes, these are parboiled. The size there, they're not too big, not too small. I don't want the potato to be too big. We want plenty of surface area on these potatoes to get that lovely crunch that we want. So these have been parboiled for about 8 minutes. Now you can do this the day before, which is handy on your Christmas day when it's all hectic. There's people running around, it's just too much going on. Do these the night before, just parboil them for 8 minutes and then just cool them down. Give them a rough up and then cool them down, and then these have just been in the fridge overnight ready to go. So all we're going to do with these is take some of this beef fat goes in the pan goes into the Big Joe or your oven. Now once the fat is hot and sizzling, we're going to put the potatoes in. We're going to go in with some thyme and some rosemary, season them with some salt, and the lid goes down. And then we're just going to give them a couple of turns throughout the 45 minutes until they're done, nice and crispy and golden. So let's crack on. What I said about taking the stress and the hassle out of the kitchen on Christmas Day. I've cooked the turkey on the barbecue outside. We've cooked some beef fat roast potatoes on the barbecue outside. We've cooked the turkey. We've taken it off at about 65, 66 degrees internal temperature, and this has been resting for an hour. Now within that hour, the temperature has actually gone up to 72 degrees Celsius. So that is pretty much bang on for turkey. So inside it should be nice and juicy. That is the plan. So roasties, turkey, obviously you can do all the trimmings, whatever trimmings you fancy for the family, knock those up as well, but you can do those in the kitchen while you take these and free up all that oven space as well. Now obviously I'm pretty sure when we slice inside it's going to be cooked to perfection because I've used my Thermapen DOT. That's kept an eye on the temperature throughout the whole cook, and then we've used the Thermapen. We've used this and we've probed it into that turkey throughout just to make sure that we've got a good even temperature throughout the turkey, and I'm very happy. Like I said, it's been resting for an hour, the potatoes are done. I think we need to slice in and just see exactly how juicy our bird is. There we go, nice juicy turkey, a juicy Christmas. This is one juicy bird with some beef fat roast potatoes. I do hope you'll give it a go, and Merry Christmas.